Hi guys, it's Marieta. How you guys doing? Today I'm doing live Q&A. And so if you guys have any questions how to start a business in the US, this is the place to be. I'm also going to share this video with other people. So give me a second and then we're going to start. I'm just going to share this live with my list. And then I'm going to share it also with my other group and then we're going to start. So today I will talk about how you can go from an idea to a business in the US. And this is going to be day one because I decided to do 5 days live training and this is going to be live streaming. We're going to be doing it around this time, 11 a.m. Pacific time zone. And if you have any questions how to start a business, this is definitely place for you. So this is day one and we will talk about the idea, business idea and the funds, how to get the funds. And then tomorrow we're going to be talking about incorporation. So let me just share this with my list and then we are going to start. Share 1 second. It's going to a group. Okay. How are you guys doing, by the way? I hope you guys doing great. Who is there? Let me know who is there. Also, what's your name? Okay, 1 second, guys. Trying to figure out how do I share this thing. Okay. All right, cool. So, how you can start your business in the US and how you can actually just go from the idea to actual business, okay? This is topic of today. Tomorrow I'm going to be talking about how you can incorporate that idea. And for those who don't know what does it mean, that means that you're going to form entity. So this is actually live streaming for people who are entrepreneurs, people who want to actually start a business in the US, right? And so if you just have an idea, let's say you have this great idea, but you don't know how to execute the idea because you are back in your home country and you don't know what to do. Now, also for guys, if you have any friends who need this information, please share this video right now. So this is live and you can actually ask me live questions. Obviously, you can watch it, you can do the replay, but you wanna share it now because if they have additional questions, they can ask me. So let's just do it now. I'm going to actually share it to more people. Okay. And right. So let's say you have the idea, right? You are back home in your home country and you have idea and you don't know what to do. See, in my case, this was in 2007. I moved to US and I went to school. And after graduation, I had idea. And my idea was to start a business, my own company, but I had no idea how to make it happen, especially when it comes to the visa and all of everything around that. So obviously I figured a way and then I started to help other entrepreneurs to do the same. Now, if you have idea, if you are in your home country, doesn't matter where you are, as long as you are from a treaty country. And this video is going to apply for E2 visa. And that means E2 investor visa. You have to check first if you are from a treaty country. Okay, that's the first step you need to do. Simply, you can just Google what is the list of E2 treaty countries. And then you can see if your country is there, if you are on the list. Okay. Second, your idea needs to be validated. Okay. Because if you want to start a business, any kind of business, you should validate the idea first. You need to see if there is actually interest from the market. Just because you have a great idea and just because you are interested doesn't necessarily mean that people might be interested, right? And so whatever your idea is, you need to make sure that people will buy it, right? And so you need to make sure that you're going to validate the idea. So first you need to validate the idea and gather the feedback, right? So you can do surveys, you can actually interview people, potential clients, customers. And also you need to get clear who is your client, who is your ideal customer. And this is very important because you're going to be needing this information when you start working on your marketing. And when you want to grow your business, you have to be crystal clear on who is your client, who is your ideal client. And so you absolutely need to make sure you know that. Now, I see some comments like how to get a tourism US visa. I don't do any more of these visas, actually. This is a visa for entrepreneurs, right? If you want to start a business, this is 5-day live training series for people who want to start a business in the United States and then they want to obtain E2 visa. Okay, so if you're looking for a tourism visa, this is probably not training for you. However, I do have a training that I created for people who need B visa. And simply you can go to ImmigrationBizAcademy.com and you can get a training on how to get B visa. Or you can check free resources, free videos on my YouTube channel where I talk about how to get a B visa. Those are the tourist visa you are asking for, Ali. Okay, so let's go back to this topic. So first you need to validate the idea. You validate the business idea. The moment you validate the business idea and you gather the feedback from your market, which is your customer avatar, right? The ideal clients that you want to serve, then you can start with the plan. In other words, the business plan. Now, I'm not going to dig deeper into how to prepare a business plan for E2 visa because that is going to be day 3. Okay, and I will talk about it on Wednesday, actually. Today is Monday, so I will talk about on Wednesday how you can get, how you can prepare the business plan, etc. So today I will not talk about this business plan, what needs to be in your business plan. Now, when you obviously start planning this business, for example, you need to get clear on the model, the business model. What is this going to be? And again, we are talking about the business in the United States, right? We're not talking about the business in your home country because you want to relocate to the United States. So what is going to be the business model? What is it? Is it going to be consulting? Is it going to be application? Are you going to be serving people online? Are you going to be actually serving people one-on-one in person? Is it going to be a retail store? What is it? Like, you have to get clear on that, obviously. Is it going to be a product or is it going to be a service? Is it going to be offline or is it going to be online? I personally advise people to go online because you can scale your business, right? And especially if it's consulting, you don't really need invest a lot of money when it comes to E2 visa consulting type of service because it's a consulting business, right? And so in that case, and I will talk about the money, the funds, and what's the requirement when it comes to money. And we will talk about it actually. On Wednesday as well. So in general, you have to invest substantial amount of capital, right? And however, the substantial is very relative term, especially if you're starting the business online and especially if it's going to be consulting. On the other hand, if it's a product-based business, you probably need more funds, right? In order to be that considered substantial, okay? And so it really depends. But you have to get clear what is it that you want to do first. If there is no clarity, you cannot really do the other steps. And so first things first, that's why today in this live training, I am talking about the idea and how to validate it, okay? Because if you don't have validated idea, you cannot really even start. You cannot start, or you don't even want to start because let's say you have this idea, you want to start a bakery shop, right? You want to do it in the United States. And I'm going to ask you, why you want to do that, And you tell me, well, because it's something that I've been doing back home and it's working here. But it's different because at home, it's a different jurisdiction, it's a different country. So you might need to actually take a trip to the United States and see if you really want to do the bakery shop and what is going to be the location and why. Right? Because it's a different country, different culture, different demand, different market, different everything. On the other hand, if you're starting, let's say you have a startup idea, you want to start your company, let's say you want to start this software company, and you know that the biggest demand is going to be in the US because majority of companies would need your service. Also get clear with whether this is B2C or B2B. Is it business to business, the model, or is it B business to customer? Okay, big difference because you're going to have different type of clients there. And so then you go to the US and check out the space if you want to do, let's say, the bakery shop. Now, on the other hand, if you are planning like an online business type of structure, then you don't necessarily need to fly to US to test the market because you can simply test the market online. That's why I really suggest to go with an online type of business because you can scale it and you can serve many, many people like that. So once you do that, once you validate that business model, the business idea, and you know there is going to be a demand, and you know that you will be able to sell your service or your product, the next step is going to be you need to think about how to obtain the funds, okay? Elias is asking, what do you mean? I don't know what you mean. Ahmad, check private. I don't know what that is. I don't check my private messages. We have hundreds of them. I don't actually provide any more free consultations. I don't do one-on-one consultations. I am preparing American Dream Accelerator that I'm going to launch in 4 weeks. And that is going to be a group program for people who want to start this type of business and they are ready. Okay, and so if you are one of these people, you can sign up. The link is above this video. Okay, if you're not one of these people, then I suggest that you just watch these free videos, but I don't do like a private messaging back and forth. Okay, so let me just fix this very quickly, and because there is a message here to reply to this one, and I'm gonna continue. So I don't know, Elias, what do you mean when you say what do you mean? I don't know what do you mean. Please ask the question, guys. I'm happy to answer your questions. That's why I do this live Q&A, because otherwise, you know what I mean. So, okay. So let's carry on, guys. Basically. Once you validate the idea, once you get clear on that, then you can incorporate, okay? Now, what does it even mean, this incorporate? It means that you have to form entity, right? If you want to wire funds to United States and create a business, you have to form entity. And it's going to be most likely limited liability company, LLC is the abbreviation, or you can do corporation, C Corp, in fact. Now, it depends where you want to do the business. In general, I recommend Delaware or Wyoming. I most likely do it, incorporate for my client in Delaware. There are several reasons. I did a video on that. So you can definitely check out my video. It's on youtube.com/immigrationbiz. But most likely in Delaware, you form entity in Delaware. Once you form the entity, then you're going to apply for I number. So you can actually do the business. And after that, you can open a bank account. You can open a bank account, the corporate bank account, where you're going to be wiring the funds, okay? Where you will wire the funds. And these funds are the E2 visa funds, okay? Guys, you texting me that check your inbox. First of all, I'm doing live. I'm not going to be able to check the inbox. And like I said, I'm not checking my inbox anymore. If you have any questions, comments, you can totally ask me now. And I'm happy to answer your questions on this live. Now, so what did I say? I said incorporate. You have to incorporate in, for example, if it's online business, then Delaware. But if it's like on-site business, physical location, then it's going to be definitely like in that particular state. For example, if you're going to do, if you're going to do business in California, you have to actually incorporate in California, right? So it really depends like where you're going to do this particular business. How is your business structure, the business model? It's all connected, okay? Let's say you do the online business, then I suggest you just go with a Delaware, okay? You incorporate in Delaware. And once you incorporate, then we can wire the funds once you open a bank account, the corporate bank account. Then you can wire the E2 visa funds. Now, this is a big topic. What is this E2 visa fund? What are these funds from? Like, why do you need funds? For E2 visa, investor visa, you need to show that you are an investor and you have invested substantial amount of capital. Qasim, good to see you. Good to see you. Okay. And you have to invest substantial amount of capital. Okay, so you have to invest substantial amount of capital. And what does this even mean? Okay, substantial means that you have to launch the business and make it profitable, and the business must not be marginal, and it has to be substantial in particularly to the business model that you're about to start. So you have to show that you will generate more than a minimum living expenses. That means that it's not marginal. If you are not able to show that you have invested substantial amount of capital, or you are in process of investing substantial amount of capital, you will not be able to get E2 visa. So the question is, what is substantial? Okay, and that really depends. It really depends on the particular business that you want to start. Now, in my experience, if it's around 100,000, then it's fine. In cases that are below 100,000, it's still okay, especially when it comes to consulting. But I wouldn't go below under 50,000. Based on my experience, I never took cases that were under 50,000, but I heard there were some exceptions when individual invested 30,000 or 40,000, they got approved. But again, it depends, because when you think about it, if you invest, for example, you are buying a restaurant, existing business. By the way, you can buy existing business already. You don't need to start from scratch. And you invest just 50,000, that's not substantial amount of investment in relation to that particular business model, because you definitely need more to make it profitable and to make sure it's not marginal. Okay, that's why it's really relative. Now, if you don't have these funds, what can you possibly do? What can you possibly do if you don't have these funds? This is actually a valid question, because there are people who really have a great idea and they really want to move to US, they really want to start a business, but they don't have the funds, right? And so that's why I told you guys, I suggest to start with online business. And I'm going to actually give you an example what I mean by that. When I started in 2010, I had basically no choice, but I actually left the country and I had incorporated business in the United States, and I started to offer my services online. The reason was because at that point, my OPT expired and I had to leave the country. And so I had to sort of reinvent and find a way how I can how I can actually get the particular visa that I can actually practice my profession in the United States. And so I incorporated my business in the US, but then I left for a couple of months and I was practicing online and I was helping people around the world. And this was perfect way, because I actually started the business even though I had no visa, and I was still able to do what I wanted to do. And then I was making money, which I actually reinvested back to my company as the profit. And obviously I also got some loans, and then I invested into my business. And so that's how I made it happen. Some people think, oh, she's a scam. No, I'm not scam. I mean, do you think attorney is a scam? I mean, if you think that attorneys are scammers, I mean, then there's nothing I can tell you. Because some people cannot really imagine the way, they're not creative enough, and they don't know how to find a way, and they think automatically that you are lying here because they don't see the way, right? Everyone just thinks like you can get here through a green card. And that's like a next level, right? You want to obviously get to a green card and you want to upgrade it, but there are ways you can start. And this is the way, especially for an entrepreneur, okay? And so basically, for you guys, if you don't have any funds, it doesn't matter. You can still start a business. You can still start providing your services, helping others, making money. Especially these days with the internet, it's all possible. Again, it depends on the business model. Obviously, if you want to buy a restaurant or you want to set up your shop or beauty salon, then it's fine. Like, you can totally do that, but you need investment. For that matter, I recommend to get a loan. Make sure it's a secured loan, or you can raise the money through friends, family. But if you do that, make sure to indicate that this is actually a loan, secured loan that you are getting from these people. Because yes, in fact, you can also use a gift, but I would suggest to combine both, like a gift and loan, and make sure your money are coming from a legal source. Very, 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 very important. And you always need to submit the paperwork showing the proof that your funds are coming from a legal source. Okay? Now, once you do that, you got the funds, then you can wire the funds to your corporate account in the US, and you're good to go. So this is pretty much the first things first, right? Like tomorrow I will talk about how you can actually incorporate and how you can actually open the bank account. So I will talk about the documents, I will talk about how you incorporate, and I will talk about what state is better for you and why. So make sure to tune in tomorrow. It's going to be tomorrow. I'm gonna do the live. Let me see. Let me look at my schedule now, because I have some consultations tomorrow. So I want to make sure there is no conflict. Tomorrow I'm gonna do it 10:30 a.m. Pacific time zone. So 10:30 a.m. I'm gonna tune in. You guys can tune in as well. You can mark your calendars. So tomorrow we will talk about how to incorporate. This is 5 days live training, guys. Tomorrow there is going to be, we're going to talk about how to incorporate. Day 3, we're going to talk about the business plan. What are the essentials of your business plan that you need absolutely if you want to apply? And then day 4, we're going to talk about how to actually start a business and apply for E2 visa. And then day 5, we're going to talk about how to prepare for the interview and get the E2 visa. Okay, so this is 5 days live training. I'm going to be doing it 10:30 a.m. every day. And on Friday, I'm also going to host a webinar training, which is going to be 90 minutes long webinar. And I will share the link on Thursday so you can sign up. Now, there is a link about this video. It's called the American Dream Accelerator. This is something that I'm working on. I've been working on this for some time, guys. And it's a special program for people who are ready, who want to start this process. I'm going to take small group of entrepreneurs that I will work with, and I'm going to help these individuals to live their American dream in 8 weeks. So if you want to get on the list, you can sign up right now. The enrollment is not open yet. You cannot get in yet, but you can get on a wait list, and the list is above or below, depending where you're watching from. If you are watching on YouTube, the list is going to be in description below the video. And yeah, so that's what we can do and what we will do. For those people who want to talk to me, I no longer take like a private consultation. I don't do it right now. I'm focusing on this program. I'm really, really excited about this because this is the first time that I'm doing like this. It's going to be live training. It has 8 live classes. I'm not going to tell you more details. The more details will be disclosed in upcoming weeks. But it's definitely a great opportunity for those who want to start this process and want to live the American dream. It's definitely for doers. If you're just dreaming, you keep dreaming, you're not going to get there. But if you want to take some action and you want to make things happen, then the link is about this video or below and you can get on the wait list. Okay, guys? So that's it for today. Let me just look at your comments. Hi, I have a different situation. Please let me know how I can contact you. Like, I don't do any more private consultations right now. If you are an entrepreneur who wants to start a business, then you can join the accelerator. Otherwise, you need to wait for like 2-3 months when I open my schedule again, and I will do the private calls. Thank you, Kasim. Carry on the good work. Wish you success. Thank you. I appreciate it. What is the chance of study visa? Like I said, this is an accelerator for entrepreneurs, not students. If you need information on student visa, I will go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/ImmigrationBiz, and there are videos on student visa that you can absolutely check out, and that's definitely going to help you. You need to be enrolled in school if you want to get a student visa. Okay? If you are not enrolled in school, then you cannot get F1 because F1 are the student visa and you need I-20 form first. And in order to get the I-20 form, you have to be enrolled in school. Okay, I'm checking some of your comments, guys. Yes, it's a Zohype. It's a 5 days training. This was day 1. So I think you'll be good, guys. I think I answered all your questions. So I'm going to tune in tomorrow, guys, and we are going to take it from there, okay? So have a wonderful end of the day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.